The 5 brands I'm about to tell you about are not just simple bag manufacturers. Each of them has a magnificent story and extraordinary strategies behind its success. In this video, you'll learn what 5 different global brands represent and how they reached where they are today. After watching this video, the way you look at these brands will completely change. Enjoy. 5. Hermès. This legendary story dates back to 1837. It all began in the workshop of a German orphan living in Paris. At first, Thierry Hermès produced harnesses for horses. Throughout 6 generations of the family, the company was never sold. It's never even gone public. It has never had outlet-style stores either. As for the legendary Birkin bag, it was created entirely by chance. Its story feels like something straight out of a movie script. In 1984, CEO Jean-Louis Dumas happened to sit next to Jane Birkin on a flight from Paris to London. Birkin complained that the bag she was using wasn't practical. At that very moment, the brand experienced its biggest turning point. Dumas analyzed the problem and immediately designed an exceptional bag. That design eventually became the most coveted object in the luxury world. A standard Birkin starts at around $10,000, while models made from exotic leather can exceed $300,000. But not everyone with the money can own one. Hermès does not sell a Birkin to just anyone. First, you need to build a relationship with the brand and establish a purchase history. Once you've built that relationship, you may be offered the opportunity to buy a Birkin. The brand has never officially acknowledged this system. Even that silence is, in itself, a symbol of prestige. In 2024, Hermès generated $15.2 billion in revenue, with an operating profit margin exceeding 40%. In an industry where even a 25% profit margin is considered impressive, Hermès truly has no real competitor. Occupying a unique position in the luxury industry, the brand has remained the undisputed leader for many years. Everyone knows that Hermès has always remained independent. It's a story worthy of respect. 4. Louis Vuitton. The story of this legend is completely different from all the others. Louis Vuitton was only 13 years old when he left his home in France. Despite his young age, he lived an incredibly difficult life. He walked nearly 470 kilometers from his small village to Paris over a long period of time. Along the way, he worked temporary jobs in different towns, and after 2 years, in 1837, he finally arrived in Paris. There, he became an apprentice to the renowned trunk maker Monsieur Maréchal and worked under him for a full 17 years. There is something important you should notice here. While most people think even 2 years of hard work is too much to ask for a better life, he patiently completed an apprenticeship that lasted 17 years. In 1854, he finally opened his own workshop. His greatest innovation was the flat-topped travel trunk covered with waterproof canvas. At the time, this solved a major problem. Back then, every trunk had a rounded lid so that rainwater could run off. Flat-topped trunks, however, could be stacked on top of one another. This simple yet practical idea completely transformed the luggage industry. In 1896, his son Georges created the now iconic LV monogram pattern to combat counterfeiting. In 1987, Louis Vuitton merged with Moet Hennessy to form the LVMH group. This was the brand's greatest turning point because in 1989, Bernard Arnault acquired the controlling shares of the company. Bernard Arnault transformed the brand from nothing more than a luggage maker into the world's most valuable luxury brand in human history. Today, analysts estimate Louis Vuitton's annual revenue to be between $20 billion and $25 billion. That makes it the largest source of revenue within LVMH. Its brand value is estimated to exceed $129 billion. To this day, Louis Vuitton has never offered discounts, never held end-of-season sales, and has never sold its products through retailers it does not control. It has always been a respected brand with strong principles that has never compromised on quality. A 13-year-old boy who left home and walked nearly 470 kilometers went on to create the most valuable luxury brand in human history. To achieve something great, you first have to begin the journey. You have to take that first step and believe in yourself. In 1846, a group of leather craftsmen opened a small workshop on Calle Lobo in Madrid. They produced leather goods entirely by hand. At the time, it was considered an ordinary trade. Today, it is regarded as a highly specialized craft. In 1872, a German craftsman named Enrique Loewe Rosberg joined the group, brought the business together under one roof, and gave the brand his surname. By 1905, King Alfonso XIII of Spain had granted Loewe the title of official supplier to the Spanish royal court. This became the brand's most critical turning point. As a result, Loewe became Spain's oldest luxury fashion house and the world's second oldest luxury fashion brand. For much of the 20th century, Loewe was respected within Spain, but remained relatively unknown internationally. LVMH acquired the brand in 1996. However, for the next 17 years, its international visibility remained limited. There always seemed to be another obstacle. Then, in 2013, LVMH appointed Northern Irish designer Jonathan Anderson as creative director at just 29 years old. Anderson had founded his own brand, J.W. Anderson, only 4 years earlier. The fashion industry believed this decision was a mistake. Yet within just 2 years, Loewe became the most talked about fashion house in Europe. By combining the brand's leather craftsmanship heritage with art, craftsmanship, and cultural references, Anderson created an approach to luxury fashion that had never been seen before. A decision that almost everyone thought was wrong ended up astonishing the world. Introduced in 2015, the puzzle bag was made by assembling 75 separate pieces of leather into a geometric structure and could be folded completely flat. It quickly became a modern classic. The anagram canvas pattern gave the brand an entirely new visual identity. The Loewe Foundation Craft Prize, established in 2016, proved that the brand's commitment to craftsmanship was far more than just a marketing strategy. After serving for more than a decade, Jonathan Anderson left the brand in early 2025. He gave Loewe his magical touch and then said goodbye. 2. Goyard. None of the people who own a Goyard bag discovered the brand by accident. The brand feels like a carefully guarded secret, hidden away from the public eye, like something deeply personal that you never want to lose. Goyard does not advertise, it does not speak to the media, it does not sell its products on its website. It has only 35 stores worldwide and has never offered discounts. The brand's origins date back to 1792 to a trunk maker in Paris known as Maison Morel. In 1852, a 17-year-old named François Goyard became an apprentice at the workshop, which was then known as Maison Morel. When the owner died in 1852, he purchased the business, and in 1853, the House of Goyard was officially established. Its clients included the British royal family, the Russian imperial family, Pablo Picasso, Coco Chanel, and the Duke of Windsor. In other words, the brand has always catered to an exceptionally distinguished clientele. In 1892, Edmond Goyard created the Goyardine canvas pattern, which has since become synonymous with the brand. The hand-painted dotted chevron pattern became one of the most recognizable textile designs in the luxury world. What makes it fascinating is that although people instantly recognize the pattern, far fewer know the name of the brand behind it. In 1998, Jean-Michel Signol purchased the company from the Goyard family. Goyard has never disclosed its revenue. It has never confirmed its sales figures. The only thing known for certain is that for decades, demand has consistently exceeded supply. Most luxury brands work hard to become more famous. Goyard does the exact opposite, yet it has built one of the most loyal and most niche customer bases in the entire industry.
Bottega Veneta. Michel Tadei and Renzo Zenghiaro founded Bottega Veneta in 1966 in the city of Vicenza, located in Italy's northeastern Veneto region. The name meant Venetian workshop. From the very first day, the brand's philosophy was clearly expressed through its slogan, "When your own initials are enough." No logo, no monogram, no visible branding, just leather. The intrecciato weaving technique, which became the brand's signature, was actually born out of necessity. At the time, the sewing machines they used were not as powerful as those of larger manufacturers, making it impossible to stitch thick leather securely. As a solution, they began weaving thin strips of leather together, creating a structure that was both incredibly soft and exceptionally durable. This technique required a level of craftsmanship that no machine could imitate. That became the brand's greatest turning point. In 1980, actress Lauren Hunton carried an intrecciato woven clutch in the film American Gigolo. That single appearance introduced the brand to an international audience. However, by the late 1990s, the brand had lost its direction. In 2001, Kering acquired the company, which was generating approximately $50 million in annual revenue for $156 million. Creative director Thomas Mayer spent an entire 17 years restoring the brand to its founding philosophy. In the end, he succeeded. During his tenure, the company's revenue tripled. In 2018, Daniel Lee took over and led one of the most remarkable brand transformations in modern fashion history. The pouch bag he designed, along with the deep cabbage green color used throughout the collection, reshaped an entire generation's perception of luxury. It seemed as though the whole world was talking about those designs. Lee departed in 2021 and was succeeded by Mathieu Blasi. Bottega Veneta never writes its name on any of its products. In my opinion, they sit at the top because they turned limitations into legend. You now know the stories behind the 5 greatest handbag brands in the world, 5 completely different perspectives. What they all have in common is that they loved what they did, were willing to take risks, and made the right decisions at the right time. We've reached the end of this video. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel because there are hundreds more stories like these waiting to be told. Thank you.